use the Honest products. Hey, pretty. Like, just get somebody else to do it, you know? But yeah, they're not bad. I'm all full and happy and juicy. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dani Marie, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a 24 hours with a newborn. So I'll be showing you guys what it's like to be with this little one for 24 hours. Right now she fell back asleep, but I actually just got done feeding her. She usually has a feeding around 6 or 6:30 in the morning, and then after that she'll fall back asleep, or I'll change her diaper depending. Like right now I need to change her diaper, but depending on if like she had a blowout or something, I'll go ahead and change her diaper, let her go back to sleep for the rest of the morning. I'll let her go back to sleep until about 8 or 8:30, and that's when she'll wake up, and then I usually go ahead and pump. But yeah, she is now 8 weeks old, so I thought it'd be a great time to go ahead and start showing you guys what our morning routine looks like, what our nighttime routine looks like. She is getting a little bit more into a routine, you know. Obviously, like, I still do everything baby led, so like I try to go by like the eat, play, sleep routine, but since she's still under 3 months, I still let her lead as far as like if she's tired. I don't make her play, of course, but that's what we're going for. So that's usually what we shoot for. The like routine is usually we eat, we play, we sleep. If I have to go somewhere, like today I actually have a postpartum visit, so you guys will be going with me there. But if I have to go somewhere, I try to schedule everything around her feeds. So I have a 10 o'clock appointment, so I will try to feed her before I go. That just makes everything more smooth. So yeah, you guys will go with us, you know, take the day on with us. So I am going to go ahead and change her now. It's about that time, and we'll get on with our day. Alright guys, so I'm about to change her. This is the caddy that I use. I keep it right by my nightstand, and yeah, it's portable, so I just like that I get to carry this around. But I'm gonna get into some of the products that I use to get her ready and change her and stuff. I guess some of her hygiene products. So we use the Honest products. I just started using these because she actually had a really bad rash with Pampers and Huggies, so I tend to like these so much better. And actually, like, I thought maybe these Honest diapers wouldn't hold, you know, pee and poop and stuff too much, because they're actually kind of thin, but they're super absorbent. So that's what I love about them. And we just went ahead and switched to the wipes too, because we're just kind of like, if the diapers are working, then I'm sure the wipes will be great for her too. They're supposed to be like fragrance free and natural and all that good stuff, so we really like these. Another thing I just recently switched to was this Desitin Maximum Strength Cream. I really like this stuff, like, versus most of the other creams. This one really helped with clearing up her rash, and actually one of you guys mentioned this to me. Thank you so much for mentioning this to me, girl. It really helped. Another thing I used for her to get ready is this Mustela No Rinse Cleansing Gel. This helped so much in clearing up her baby acne. And don't get me wrong, like, you don't necessarily have to put anything on baby acne, but hers was getting so bad, and this, like, her face is absolutely clear now. Both of my children had baby acne, but hers kind of got to a point where it got a little out of hand, and like I realized like my makeup would get on her all day and different little dirt and debris, so just rinsing off her face every day has been like a game changer. Another thing I use is this Mustela Lipid Replenishing Lotion. So she also has really bad peeling around her eyebrows and the creases of her nose, so I put that on her face just to help replenish, you know, her skin and help hydrate it, because every time you cleanse it, you know, it can be pretty pretty drying. And then another thing I like to use is this coconut oil, and I use this on her cradle cap. So she has pretty bad cradle cap right now, but it seems to be clearing, so I just put it right on the areas where the cradle cap is. When I talked to our pediatrician about it, she said that like sometimes nuts can be like an allergen, so just be careful. It has the potential to irritate, but it's actually been doing pretty good for her. So I just put it on her little scalp where the scales are, and then when we take a bath later, I'll use the little cradle cap brush from Frida Baby and comb out those scales, and the coconut oil seems to loosen it up. But if you don't want to use coconut oil, I also use Aquaphor too, because that just like moisturizes it. So another thing I like to do in the mornings is give her her probiotic and vitamin D supplement. So because she only takes breast milk, the pediatrician recommended that she has vitamin D every day, and I put her on the probiotic because she started to have like a problem with gas, and I know with Carter, he dealt with gas actually pretty bad, and when I put him on a probiotic, he completely, like, it leveled out, and we were golden. But I felt like we were using Mylicon drops, gripe water every day with him, but when I started him on the probiotic drops, I didn't have to do all that. So since I started her a lot earlier than him, like, she didn't even have much of a gas problem. We still keep Mylicon drops on hand and stuff, but we rarely have to use them. But anyways, that's what I do to get her ready for the day. Are you all ready to take on the day now? Cause you got your diaper changed, are you? Are you? Hey, sugar. And I am. Alright, I'm eating. I'm like trying to gobble the food down. She's still asleep, thank God. But I'm gonna go ahead and change her and get her ready, because I should have got her ready for the day when I changed her earlier, but I didn't. I didn't even think about it, but it's probably for the best, because sometimes she'll have like a blowout last minute. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and change her and we're gonna get going. Look at you. Are you pretty? Are you a pretty girl? Are you pretty? Yes you are. Yes you are. Yes. So I just made it back from the appointment and I got lunch. I got Chick-fil-A, of course. But yeah, so she did so well traveling. I feel like I travel so much better with the kids when they are fed, of course, and when I like kind of try to work around their feeding schedule. So right before she left, it was around like 9:30. She had a feeding then, and then I let her play on her little play mat for a little bit, try to get her tired a little bit while I like packed all her stuff. And then I got her in the car and she ended up falling asleep while I was driving there, because it takes about 20 minutes for me to get all the way to my doctor's office. So yeah, she fell asleep that whole time, and then she slept a little while we were there. So she slept until probably about 10:20, and then I fed her again at 11 while we were at the appointment. And then after that, I tried to keep her up, play with her a little bit so she'd be sleepy again by the time I got out of the appointment, because I didn't leave there until about like 11:30, and she actually slept in the car for a little while. So that works best when you try to work around their feeding schedule. I feel like, I mean, I know they feed so often, every 2 to 3 hours at this time, but I don't know, it works so much better. Like, she was a complete angel. Like, she didn't cry in the car at all, so that helps me. But usually, like, if I don't do that, if you know she's hungry, and the same thing with Carter when he was little, if he's hungry, of course, needs changing, that kind of thing, they're gonna cry back there, and like that just irks my nerves. I mean, some things, you know, sometimes things happen and they do that anyways, but I feel like it helps when you try to work around their feeding schedule. Anyways, I am going to eat this lunch because I'm starving and I'm sweating. Like, first of all, it's super hot outside, and then like the postpartum sweating thing is just disgusting. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat lunch and we'll go from there. Let's wrap you up. We'll work fast. I know. Come on. Easy. So let's go ahead and talk about how she's doing sleeping wise. So since y'all last saw my video, you saw how she was like getting up in the middle of the night, and she definitely still does that, but she goes longer stretches now. Like last night she went like about 4-hour stretch, so 4.5 hours. That's why I actually got kind of engorged on one side, because she ended up sleeping longer. So the plan is to I've been trying to get her like more used to day and night, so we got to keep lights on, you know, generally throughout the day, and kind of keep her stimulated and things like that. And then at night, obviously, start dimming everything, keep it quiet. It's kind of hard to do that with the toddler, but that's like what we're trying to get into. She also has quite a hard time sleeping in a bassinet, so I kind of co-sleep and I kind of let her sleep in the bassinet. Is real chaotic, and I hate that because I don't really want to co-sleep. I don't get the best sleep co-sleeping, but I do get to sleep. So what usually happens is I put her down in her bassinet. She'll go to sleep for now. She'll go to sleep a few hours, as long as everything's nice and warm and she's wrapped up good and tight. She'll go to sleep for a while in her bassinet, but then once in the middle of the night, when she goes ahead and wakes up, that's when it turns into co-sleeping because I'll feed her, I'll breastfeed her, and I'll breastfeed her in bed, and that's the issue. She never gets out of the bed. So I don't necessarily like that. It's not the best, but that's what I do because that's the only way I get to sleep the rest of the night. But I'm going to try to start putting her down in the bassinet for her naps. So that's what I'm about to go do, and then I'm gonna come back in here and pump, and we can talk some more about like feeding and stuff like that. So I'll be back. her down to sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump with these right here. I know I talked to you guys about them before. I said I'm not a huge fan, and I like them, but I just don't feel like I get as good of an output with them. But I'm gonna go ahead and pump with these. You just gotta make sure like everything's perfect for them to like cooperate. One thing I hate is that I'll think I put them in right, and then like my nipple isn't in there is like it should be, and then nothing came out. So that's just annoying. But I do like them. Like, I like the convenience of them, but I just feel like they're not super efficient, not as efficient as the other ones. So I'm gonna pump. I'm gonna show y'all how much I got, and yeah. Now I know some of y'all might say like, why do you pump throughout the day? Like, what's the point when you could be breastfeeding? I love being able to give Derek the baby and giving him the bottle to give her, and that way I can like get a chance to do, you know, regular things like go to the bathroom by myself and just get like a little breather sometimes. And then sometimes my mom keeps her, so it's just great to be able to have like milk on hand to give to somebody else to take care of it. Sometimes you just got so much going on and you just need like a breather, so it's kind of like just get somebody else to do it, you know. But that's just like kind of how I feel about it. But so I do keep like milk on hand that's in the refrigerator, and then I also have a stash in the freezer as well, and yeah, it just works for me that way. I also work too, so like I go to work and I have to pump. I work 2 days out of the week, but they're 12-hour shifts, so it's a long time to be away from the baby, so I have to pump. And usually like I pump every 3 to 4 hours when I'm at work, and so yeah, I have a really good stash from, you know, being away from her and having to pump a lot too. So I'm just used to being out and about, and it's just so much easier to be able to have like milk on hand that, you know I don't have to sit down and breastfeed. So that's just my prerogative. That's just how I do it. But yeah, and the bottles that I love are these Dr. Brown bottles, these, and then also the Ma'am bottles. Love those. I also have the Como Tomo bottles. I like those as well, but if we had to, you know, rate them, I would say Ma'am and Dr. Brown's go neck and neck, you know, maybe Dr. Brown a little bit more, and then Como Tomo is the next one for me. I had the Nano Beeb too, or Nano Bebe, I don't know how you pronounce it, but anyway, so I had those two. Not a fan of those, but every baby is different. Everybody, you know, takes to things differently. I will say though, when it comes to the Ma'am bottle, Carter loved it. It was amazing for him, but I had like a special nipple for him. So if you have a bottle that you really love, but you know, it seems like, you know, the baby gets gassy and you don't really know why, it could be the nipple. The flow rate could be too fast, so you can always go to the store and see if that bottle has like a slower rate nipple. Like the Ma'am bottle, the size 0, that used to be for Carter, that was his jam. That was amazing, so that helped so much. But Nyla does well on 1, so I haven't like switched out the nipples or anything, but I specifically get anti-colic bottles. All right, you guys, so I just got finished pumping, and this is what I got. Let's see, it looks like I got a little over 5 ounces, which is, I guess, close to the same as, I think, yeah, close to the same as the other pump that I did in this morning. I think it's just about an ounce. Oof. I think it's just about an ounce off. Almost had a milk catastrophe. Alright, I'm trying not to like show you guys my boob. Alright, now let's see with this one. I don't know, it looks like about 3 ounces. So they're like about like an ounce off each. I feel like with the last pump I did, I got like 4 ounces from this boob and like almost 6 with this one, because it like filled up the whole bottle. So I don't know, it does pretty good. You just got to make sure your nipple is positioned right, and you got to make sure you have on a really like a nice tight fitting bra. But yeah, they're not bad. I just put it in the refrigerator. Now, I wanted to tell you guys about this picture too. So I've been trying to use this picture, this Dr. Brown's picture, to see how, you know, the picture method is. I don't know if you guys have been like seeing people do it on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. I usually just keep my milk in the bags. That's how I like to do it, because then it's like easy to travel with and stuff like that, because then I just bring the bags with me or just pour it in a bottle and bring a bottle. I don't know, like I like it for if I'm at home, but after a certain amount of time, she doesn't drink all this, so I have to end up like bagging it up and putting it in the freezer. But this is all the milk that I pumped yesterday from being at work for 12 hours. So I feel like when you pump, like you produce all this milk, and I think like TikTok and Instagram kind of makes it, you know, seem cool to produce all this milk, but you don't need to. So if you ever see all these, you know, things where you have like, you see all these people with this huge stash and all this milk that they make and stuff like that, like that's not really like what your body is like really meant to do. I mean, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're using a pump, so it's making you produce that, because the more you like demand from it, the more it's usually gonna make. You know, I know, like, you know, sometimes people don't have a milk supply, and I get that, but I'm just saying, like, if you make milk and you make enough for your baby, like, that is all you need. That's all you really need to do. Is plenty of people who don't pump, who just breastfeed, and they make just enough for their baby. That's what your body, you know, is really meant to do. So anyways, I started pumping, and now I got this whole stash, and I don't even know if I'm gonna use it all. Full and happy and juicy. Look at my little legs. You see you. Do you see you? Look at you. Look at you. You're so pretty. You're such a pretty. Oh my. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Wow, Carter. What you making?
I made a house.
You're making a house?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Mommy. No.
How sweet, Carter. That's so... That's your house?
Yeah. I make a house.
Say my name's Carter.
I think Carter.
Yeah, your name's Carter.
I know Carter.
Yeah. Mwah.
Mm.
What? Who's that? Is that Mommy and Carter?
Mommy Carter.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so now that I've given Nyla a bath and Derek's done giving Carter a bath, we go ahead and switch around this time, and I put this one to sleep and he puts this one to sleep. So we got the house nice and dark, you know, setting the vibes for everybody to turn down. She's already getting the message. She honestly starts to kind of wind down around this time. She started to do that probably in the last week or so, kind of. That's why I say, like, she seems like she's kind of getting more into a routine, kind of knowing day from night a little bit more. We do have some natural light still going, but for the most part we have the house dark, so this one can get the point that it's time to go to sleep. We've had the hardest time when it comes to sleep with him, but that's another talk for another day. Come on, it's time to go to bed. Yes. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna put him to bed and I'll be back. I am attempting to do the dream feed with her. So essentially a dream feed is supposed to be the last feed of the night, and you basically supposed to like try to line it up for when you go to sleep, and you know, try to get a longer stretch of sleep. So that's what I'm trying right now, and we'll just see if it works. Guys, so it's the next morning and she got up like twice last night, so the whole dream feed thing didn't work how I really wanted it to. I wanted her to give us a little bit more of a stretch. She woke up at around 2 and then again at like close to 6, so still, you know, not too bad, but hopefully like sleep will get better and better. But anyways, guys, it has been a full 24 hours with a newborn. Sorry guys, that's my toddler's foot. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.